All right, don't be confused. This is LMB 10U here, getting ready to face off against LMB 11U. Somewhere over there is my 10-year-old son, Rocco. My name is Rick, and we're getting ready to play a championship game against our friends and brothers here at the memorial tournament for Jason, who is a coach for the HDP Senators. There's Rocco wearing number 4 this weekend, borrowing a jersey. So here we go. This is going to be a lot of fun. Kind of a friendly, but definitely competitive. We'll see how it goes. Let's get started. Looks like they decided not to pay the normal umpire or send him home. I don't know, but we've got a different volunteer umpire without gear here. So the first pitch of the game from Jamie is off the plate to Hudson for ball 1. Jamie is a great catcher, but he's pitching this game. 1-0, I'm sorry, is up high, ball 2. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. Way out in front was Hudson on that one. 2-1. Here's the 2-1 off the plate, ball 3. 3-1 down in the dirt, ball 4. Hudson works a walk. Here we go. Ryan steps in with Hudson on first base now. First pitch to him. Called strike, and Hudson goes in with the head first slide. Here we go. And the pitch, poked over to shortstop, charged, picked up by third base, thrown, and he's going to be safe there at first, and Hudson sneaks over to third. Good job. Here's the first pitch to Danny, swung on and missed. Brody throws 2, and it gets into center field. Hudson is going to score as Ryan takes second base there. Brody, I believe, is catching. He's 11, sometimes plays 11, sometimes plays 12s. And Danny hits one a ton, and it's over the fence right here into the tree by me. Danny goes yard off Jamie. What a swing that was, Danny. Attaboy. Don't get too excited. He's 10, and he's not very big. Nice hit, though. Still got to put barrel on the ball. Way to swing it, Danny. It is 3-0, 10U, or 11U. All right, they switch out catchers, and Weston steps in here. First pitch to Weston. Outside, ball 1, and he didn't go. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and missed, strike 1. 1-1. Poked over to second base, and Tino there makes the catch. Nice job, Tino. That's 1 out. That brings up my 10-year-old son, Rocco. Jamie, one of his best friends. I don't think they've ever faced each other. First pitch is high, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. And Rocco fouls that one off the end of the bat, strike 1. Here's the 1-1. Outside, ball 2. 2-1. Up and in, ball 3. 3-1. Right there, strike 2. 3-2. Called strike 3 on the curveball. Gets him looking. Nice little action on that. 2 outs. Declan steps in now. First pitch. Swung on, hit on the ground, and it's going to be foul. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, hit hard up the middle into the grass. Declan's going to have himself a base hit. Good job, Declan. Isaiah steps in, shows bunt, and misses on the attempt. Declan takes second base, though, so that's 1 strike. Here's the 0-1, up over his head, and Declan takes third base. 1-1. Swung on, hit on the ground, and that gets through into left field. So that scores another one for 11U. Nice hit there, Isaiah. First pitch to Liam is off the plate, curveball, and Isaiah takes second base. Here's the 1-0, swung on, hit well, into left field. They're gonna send Liam home, and he's safe there at the plate. And they're gonna send Isaiah home, who's safe at the plate, and Liam's into second base. Good job, Liam. First pitch to Cody is up and away, and Isaiah takes third base. Liam takes third base. 1-0, swung on and missed, strike 1 on the sword. Here's the 1-1, right there, strike 2. And they steal home, no call. And he's safe. No mercy from Coach Gill. Here's the 2-1 off the plate, ball 3. 3-1. Oh, I'm sorry, 3-2, and it's a called strike 3. Jamie gets out of it. Let's go to the bottom of the first. All right, Liam pitching for 11U, and he gets a swing on the first pitch, and it's going to be foul. Here's the 0-1. That misses high, ball 1. 1-1. Off the plate, ball 2. 2-1. Right there, strike 2. 2-2 to Johnny. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's 1 out. Brody steps in now. First pitch to him is up, ball 1. Brody and Liam, good friends. Brody is the 11-year-old playing with the 10U this weekend. So this is a good friends matchup. Let's see, pitcher or batter, who wins? Swing and a miss for strike 1. 1-1 pitch. Hit high in the air. Hudson calling for it, and he does make the catch. So pitcher wins the friends matchup, and that's 2 outs. Zane steps in for 10U. First pitch to him is down in the dirt, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and missed, fooled him with the breaker, strike 1. Here's the 1-1, strike 2. 1-2, just low, ball. 2-2 pitch, up and away, ball 3. Payoff pitch, swung on, hit on the ground, and it's off the glove there at third, thrown to first in time, and they are going to get the out. Nice play there. Who was that? Weston, I think. Even though we bobbled it, he picked it up and made a strong throw. That's 3 outs. Here we go. Things are getting serious on the 10U side. They've brought in Brody to pitch against his 11U teammates, and he misses, low and away for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Off the plate, ball 2. 2-0 pitch. Swung on and fouled off, strike 1. 2-1. Swung on and missed, strike 2. 2-2. Just off. Ball. Jamie wanted it. Brody wanted it. Ivan didn't. 3-2 pitch. Swung on, missed, strike 3. That's 1 out. First pitch to Forrest. Curveball is hit on the ground. Backhanded by Zane. Thrown over to first. And they're going to get him there on the stretch from Cannon. Good play. That is 2 outs. Adrian steps in. First pitch to him is up for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Inside, ball 2. 2-0 pitch. Inside again, ball 3. 3-0 pitch. Right there, strike. Adrian wanted to walk. Brody throws hard, and this is a 46-foot mound, not a 50-foot mound. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4. Adrian works a walk. First pitch to Hudson is low. Adrian goes, and he's going to be in there safely. Ball gets into center field. Adrian's going to go 3. And the ball gets away again. He takes third base. Good job, Adrian. Here's the 1-0 to Hudson. Swung on, hit hard on the ground, stabbed by the third baseman, thrown over to first, and Hudson beats it with a head-first slide. Nice job. That's going to score a run. They pick to first, and Hudson is picked off, and he's going to be out there. So they pick Hudson off. That's 3 outs. Here we go. All right, Liam's still pitching. First pitch right there, strike 1. Blake, the 0-1, just off the plate, ball 1. 1-1 pitch. It's just inside, ball 2. 2-1, swung on and hit in the air, foul, out of play. 2-2, off the plate, ball 3. 3-2, swung on, hit the other way to Declan, who dives. Was it Declan? I think it was. Yep, dives, makes the catch at first base. That is 1 out. Good job, Declan. All right, Jamie steps in now against Liam here. First pitch, right there, strike 1. 0-1, swung on, hit on the ground, and that gets through up the middle. Good job, Jamie, with the base hit. Attaboy. Here's the first pitch. Right there, strike 1, I think. They throw, and it's going to be offline. Jamie takes second base. Here's the 0-1. Off the plate ball. Jamie holds. 1-1. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. 1-2, swung on and missed, strike 3, that's 2 outs. Cannon steps in now. First pitch from Liam, down and away, ball 1. Here's the 1-0 to Cannon. Just up, ball 2. 2-0, down and away, ball 3. 3-0 pitch, right there, strike 1. They throw back, Jamie's back safely. 3-1, called, strike 2. 3-2, off the plate, ball 4. Jamie goes 3 and he's gonna be safe. All right, new batter, first pitch, right there, strike 1. They don't try to take second base. Here's the 0-1, down in the dirt, Cannon goes. And he is gonna take second base there. Second and third now. 1-1, swung on, hit on the ground, and off Ivan's glove at second base. So that is gonna score 1, play at the plate is late. And they might have him hung up at first. I think he's safe. Yes, he is. Here's the 1-0, or first pitch. Outside, I guess, ball 1. 1-0. No call, and he's back to first safely. 2-0 pitch. Strike, I think. And they take second base. I guess it's 3-0. Called, strike 1. 3-1, swung on and missed, strike 2. 3-2, swung on, hit on the ground and foul. So I guess it was catcher's interference on the last pitch. The bat hit the glove, so he's gonna get first base. Still 2 outs. First pitch, new batter. Outside, they throw 3 and he's safe. 1-0, outside ball, past Hudson. And they back pick, but he's safe. 2-0 to Jackson. Swung on, hit on the ground. Fielded by Danny, thrown to first. And he's gonna be safe as the ball gets by. And that's gonna score 2. Jackson's gonna hold at first base. Jackson is very fast. Not an easy play with that speed, but gotta make a throw. New batter, first pitch. Up, ball 1. Jackson's got second base, he's too fast. Down in the dirt, ball 2, Jackson takes third base. Here's the pitch, down in the dirt, ball 3. 3-0, low, ball 4, oh, called strike 1. 3-1, swung on, hit on the ground. I'm sorry, it went through that way to right field. And Yannick has a base hit, scores Jackson. All right, new batter, first pitch. Call outside. Here's the 1-0, runner goes, and they're not gonna have him as it's late. Yannick takes second base. There's a strike. 2-1, swung on and missed, strike 2. Yannick's going third, and he's gonna have the base. Here's the pitch, off the plate ball. 3-2, up high, ball 4. Back pick, Yannick's back safely. First pitch, called high, ball 1. Here's the 1-0, down in the dirt, ball. Nice block, Hudson, second and third now. 2-0, called strike 1, back pick, and he's safe. 2-1, outside, ball. 3-1, up high, ball 4, that's another walk. Ryan is in the pitch now. To Brody, first pitch. And he's fouled off. Strike 1. There's the 0-1. Off the plate, ball 1. 1-1. Up high, ball 2. 2-1. Up high, ball 3. Back pick, and he's back safely. 3-1. Swung on and missed, strike 2. 3-2, swung on, hit in the air, foul, out of play. 3-2 again, called, strike 3, and Ryan gets out of it. Not sure the score, it'll be on the scoreboard. I'll have to check Game Changer. Here we go. 7-5 here, top of the third. First pitch, swung on and fouled back, strike 1. Here's the 0-1, wind blowing hard. That ball's hit well into left center field, and it one hops to the fence. They pick it up and throw it. And Ryan's gonna have himself a double. Nice hit, Ryan, way to go. Danny steps in now. First pitch to him is up and away, ball 1. Here's the 1-0, inside, ball 2. 2-0, swung on, hit hard up the middle, snagged, thrown to third, and he's safe. Or I guess he's out. I'm sorry, he's out. I didn't see the call, I thought he was safe. Did his foot come up? I thought the tag was late, but that's 1 out. Nice play, Brody. Weston steps in now. First pitch to him, swung on and missed, strike 1. Danny takes second base. Good job, Danny. Here's the 1-0, down in the dirt ball. Danny going 3. And he's there. 2-0, or 1-1, I'm sorry. That's 1 and 2 now. 1 and 2. Curveball gets him, strike 3. That's 2 outs. That brings up my 10-year-old son, Rocco. First pitch. Swung on and chopped on the ground. Brody grabs it and races to tag him, and that's 3 outs. All right, bottom of the inning, Ryan into pitch. Rocco now behind the dish. First pitch, up high, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and missed, strike 1. The 1-1 to Zane, outside, in the dirt, ball. 3-1, swung on, hit in the air. Ryan underneath it, makes the catch for 1 out. Blake steps in now. First pitch to him is up high, ball 1. 2-1, up high, up, it was a 3-0, and that's a walk. Jamie steps in now. First pitch, runner goes. No, he doesn't, he holds, that's a ball. 2-0, down in the dirt, Rocco stops it, throws, and it gets over Isaiah's glove there. Into center field, Liam backed it up nicely. Blake takes second base. 3-0, outside, ball 4. The sun is going down, the temperature's dropping, and 11U clings to a 2-run lead here. And they bring in Hudson to see if we can get out of this. First pitch to Tino is up and in, ball 1. 2-2, swung on and fouled back, still 2-2. 2-2 again, swung on and missed, strike 3, thrown to third, and it's off the tip of the glove. They pick up, throw home, and it just short hops Rocco. He can't handle it. It is 6-7 now. 6-7. Cannon steps in versus Hudson. First pitch. Swung on and fouled off his foot. 0-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. And that is, I think Rocco blocked it, but should have tagged him. Nice block. Good pitch, Hudson. Way to hold on to a lead, barely. Here we go. All right, Declan steps in now against Brody. First pitch, shows bunt, lays it down foul. Here's the second bunt attempt, and that one is foul as well. Strike 2. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, hit back to Brody, who fields it, throws to 1 for out number 1. Oh no, yeah. Isaiah steps in. That's inside, ball 1. 3-1, down low, ball 4. Isaiah works a walk. They threw to first and they weren't paying attention, and it got into the outfield, so Isaiah took second base. All right, we've got the friend matchup the other way. Liam batting, Brody pitching. First pitch in there, strike 1. Here's the 0-2, curveball off the plate, and Isaiah slides into third safely. I guess it wasn't off the plate. They called strike 3, so that is 2 outs now. Okay, Cody steps in now. Need a hit for an insurance run here. First pitch. Up and called strike 1. 0-1. Called strike 2. Here's the 0-2. And Cody hits one, and it gets through the 5-6 hole. That's going to score a run. Good job, Cody. Way to swing it. Atta boy. First pitch to Ivan. Up and away, ball 1. Here's the 0-1 or 1-0 off the plate, ball 2. He called one of those a strike, I think. 1-1. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Cody goes. Safe, ball on the ground. I don't know. 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Brody gets out of it. The score is 8-6, 11U right now. All right, this is probably the last half inning due to time. First pitch from Hudson is a strike, I think. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, hit on the ground, and foul. Strike 2. 2-2. Down low, ball. I guess that first pitch was called a ball somehow. I don't know how. Here we go. All right, runner on first now, no outs. First pitch, right there, strike 1. 0-1. Called, strike 2. 0-2. Swung on, hit on the ground. Stopped by Hudson, but and thrown away at first. They're gonna go 3-2. Picks it up, throws it in, Declan to home. And we're gonna have runners at second and third now. Good effort, Hudson, but we gotta make a better throw here. It's all right, kid, shake it off. All right, new batter, first pitch. Called, strike 1. 0-1. Called, strike 2. 0-2 on Jackson, off the plate, off the backstop. Runner is holding. Oh, sorry. 1-2. Just up. 2-2. In the dirt, ball 3. 3-2 pitch. Up high, ball 4. All right, Yannick steps in now. Base is loaded with no outs. First pitch. Up high, ball 1. 1-0. Swung on, hit up in the air. And it falls. And we don't know what to do with it when we pick it up. All right, so that is an infield fly single. And it's a 1-run game. All right, new batter. First pitch. Right there, strike 1. 0-1. Outside, ball. 3-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. And everybody doesn't know what they're doing there, but that is first base occupied, so that is an out. Good job. All right, new batter. First pitch. Swung on, hit in the air. Rocco, who's underneath it? Hudson's underneath it. That is 2 outs. And 1 out away. Here we go. Brody up to try to put the dagger in the hearts of his 11U compadres here. Hudson trying to not let him, and he hits one into center field, and it's gonna score 2. So that is gonna be the game. Brody pitches and shuts down his teammates and hits the ball that wins the game for the 10U team. And I believe that's gonna be it. Not sure, but game's not over yet. Maybe I have the score wrong in my head. Zane steps in, first pitch to him. Swung on, hit in the air. Underneath it is Adrian, and it's over his head. And that's gonna score 2 more runs on a ball that's gotta be caught. Here we go. Here's the 0 pitch. Ball outside. 1-0. Swung on and missed. Rocco looks for a back pick. No. 1-1. Somehow not called a strike. Nobody's at second base covering, and he's going to be there safely. Unsure of the count. Swung on, hit well, and caught by Weston. Good catch, Weston. Attaboy. And that is going to be the ball game. So 11U goes down to 10U with the help of Brody and some plays that should have been made, but that's how she goes. So thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, don't forget to comment, leave us some love, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.